Hello everyone, and today we are playing the Stanley Parable. I've been wanting to play this game for a while, ever since I saw the Game Grumps play this on Steam Train. Well, at the very least, the demo of it. And I haven't really watched anyone play it since then, so I don't really know much about the actual game itself. Anyway, let's just get started. Okay, we are back. We just had to deal with some technical difficulties there. But I think everything will be okay. Now, fuck! Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think we should be fine.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I see
And
no
then
problem.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, now we're playing. Okay. WASD for movement. Alright. Alright. I'm not used to, like, these kinds of controls for games because most of the time I
All
play
of his co-workers
RPG.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. But as I was saying, I'm more used to playing like RPG Maker games, so I'm used to like using arrow keys to move and stuff. I'm not used to using the mouse alongside like the keyboard. It's kind of weird, but which is why in To the Moon I did not use the mouse that much. I just used arrow keys because it is an RPG Maker game. Interesting. Wait. Okay. For a second there I thought I looped. Hey, door 420. 420 blaze it. I wonder if you can get game overs in this game. I don't think so. I don't think you can die. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Doesn't seem like the kind of game you would die in. I guess I just have to keep following this hallway and stuff.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I went on the one on the right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Oh.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's totally the reason. It's not like I'm trying to not follow the narration or anything, it's just that I just wanted to explore for a bit, that's all. Well, there it was.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Speaking of drinks, can we get a drink?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
You don't have to sass me, Mr. Narrator. I'm just... Okay, fine, you're right. Let's just get this plot moving along,
But
I guess.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Or we could go to this open door right in front of us.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You don't have to sass me. Fine, we'll go back. Oh. Do not lie. If you are lying, stop. Right now, stop. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. We'll just go back, I guess. Wow. What is this place? Where to now? Warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Something tells me you would die before you would get to be able to pay for that fine. Can I go through this door? Need a key card of some sort. Whatever.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Perhaps we
I'm
haven't.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah, I know.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
But...
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For who? Who are you talking about, narrator? I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Like my wife or something?
She's been waiting.
My wife or something? Okay. Sure? I don't know. Where am I? I guess if I wasn't wandering around, I would probably know where I am right now, but... whatever. I guess we can just go through this door of... nothingness. What's in here? Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Where am I?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the?
Gotcha!
Dude!
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Okay, you know what?
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
What exactly?
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
For the love of God, narrator. Hello, mannequin.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Wait, you mean I'm gonna die? Press J on your keyboard. Sure?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What the F?
Look
Sure.
at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I'm not gonna press G. I'll press Q. Fine.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Okay.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, that's just lovely. Sure,
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
You mean that wasn't
The
real?
thought excited him terribly.
So...
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
Yeah.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yeah, okay. Press...
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
The fuck is
Down
this
one
game?
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Wait, I didn't
And
experience
down another
that.
was a game with a baby.
What?
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What? I
It
don't
was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might
can I
always
leave?
feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path.
Yes.
Mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Are you suggesting I should play one more time? I don't have a wife.
But there
You
is
just
no
told me.
answer. How could there possibly be?
Oh, wait, whoa,
In
whoa.
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
Wait,
Nothing
this wasn't
has
here before.
changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
What is... sure.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Fine, I'll resist it just this once. Resisting the urge to follow your orders. I'm not advancing. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Wait, am I
How
back
can
in
I
my
get him
office?
to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
So, what
But
now?
I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
What?
And I tried
What?
again.
No.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried
What?
again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I
I have no idea what just happened. I'm here again. Okay, fine. Mr. Narrator, you win. I'll follow orders this time, if only just to get through this story, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fine. We'll go to the meeting room immediately. Fine. Sure. We'll go with that. This game is so weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. Let's do that. What exactly is this company? Hello? Anyone here?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, jeez. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Using slides to assure the employees everything is okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, sure. Oh, good lord. Oh, sweet Jeebus. Okay, let's move on. Door closed behind me again. Broom closets. Don't need to go there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Let's go up then. Guessing not that door? Ooh, fancy. Ooh, wow. Very, very fancy. I'm guessing the boss's office is in that room? Anyone in here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, 2845? Wait, hold on, I need to find it.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2845? Or 2845? Or...
2845.
That's what I'm trying to do here, buddy boy! Is my number lock in? 2845. Okay, maybe I'm just being dumb.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Perfect!
And Stanley got the hell along with the story.
Yay!
Well, whoop-de-doo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Narrator. Where am I? What is this place? What the fuck's going on? That looks dark. Let's go down here. Whoa. Narrator, wanna narrate this part for me? Oh, okay, cool. What the hell is going on in this game?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
In what
It
ways?
was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
That's a very good question.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright. I guess it closed up. Go towards the lights? Where are we? What is all this?
Stanley
Oh.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Let's see. That can't be legit. Where are we?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think I do. Let's go further down this rabbit hole. This? Whoa.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
A few of them were fired. Crazy. Where's employee number 427? Pirate. Oh, wait, I think I just saw it just now. Oh, there it is. There's mine. Okay, cool.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Apparently.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That seems to be the case. Where are we now?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Sure, let's do that. That seems about the right decision. How would I do that, though? Oh. Would you look at that? Faculty power. If we turn all this off, I bet everything will be fine, right? What the fuck is this? 5? Anyway, back to, dismantling everything. Man, just what is this place? System
And
power.
when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay, let's do it. Nice. Did we do good? I think we did good. Right? Everything's okay now. Right? Right?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Awesome.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
It couldn't have been that easy.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
That's true.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Right.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Right.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let's go. There's nothing else for us back there. Let's go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way right now that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Good for him, but this feels empty. There's so many unanswered questions. No, we didn't just beat the game. There's got to be more to it. No, I am playing through this more. There's still so many other paths that we could take, and I am going to find them. Game, please load.